Finally feeling like spring around here, and I've got my brood pen set up for the year. So I'm going to walk you through them real quick. Oh, the glare is just horrible here. Really? Okay, we got us a pair of Bantam non-bearded buff lace. This hen here, she got just a little bit of frostbite on her toes over the winter, so if she don't produce, I've got a backup that I'll replace her with. Next pen, we got a pair of non-bearded Bantam golds. The sun glare on here is just terrible. There we go. Next pen, it's another pair of non-bearded Bantam golds. The hen in the previous pen is the mother to the other three of these. And over here, I've got some experiments going on. This is a hatchery gold sea bright. As you can tell, there's nothing sea bright about him other than the color. And he is over a splash Andalusian hen. He is also being bred to this hen, which is splash Andalusian. I'm just kind of rotating him back and forth. Down here, got a pair of Bantam bearded buff lace. Those are not related to the rest of my laced Bantams. Over here, we got two pens of bearded buff large. That's what I call the Fremont hen. That's male from Indiana. And these are two that I bred. And this is a good comparison here because I want to show you. Now keep in mind, this male is not quite a year old. But look at how much smaller mine are compared to that one out of Indiana. Okay? That's why when I tell people that my large fowl are on the small side, that's what I'm saying. Okay, over here we got an experiment pair. These are, they're both mostly black, but I'm going to see if I can get some gold lace bred out of them. I'll explain that later. Over here I've got a half gold, half buff male bred to his gold daughter. I got some promising looking birds out of him last year, but I lost them to coccidia. So I'm going to try and repeat the mating, and then that'll probably be the last year I breed him because he's contributed about all he can contribute to the breeding program, and if I keep breeding back to him, stuff's just going to keep getting smaller. This pen I need a barrel for. When that is completed, if I find a good bearded silver male, I will be breeding bearded silvers. Pair of non-bearded buffs. That male is out of the male I picked up at Fremont last year that had the Pennsylvania leg band on it. And the hen's one that I bred last year. This pen here, another pen of non-bearded buffs. They're inside their barrel right now. You can see she's laying in there. Same kind of scenario. It's a cockerel I raised last year and a hen that I bred last year. Pair of non-bearded golds. I bred this male last year. And I bred this female last year as well. She was bred to the old male that we called Chucky. And basically what I did is I swapped out and switched the hens for this male. So the female that I bred to him last year is in the next pen, and this hen didn't get bred to him last year, so I'm putting her with him to see what I get. Her tail's kind of peppery, his tail's pretty black, and they both got a lot of white in the crest, so I might not get anything usable out of them. We'll see. I mean, they're just kind of reoccurring themes in this line, because this old hen here, she's got a peppery tail too, and this cockerel is going to have a dark tail as well. This hen is the only hen left out of the original golds that I purchased. Pair of my white project, that's the male I used last year. I did produce a blue-legged daughter that I was going to use. We lost her over the winter. Here's the other pair of the white project. This is the hen that I used, and cockerel from last year. This pen here, I've got a pair of white crested blacks. Hens are out of Indiana, out east. One of these cockerels is one that I bred out of a male out in Nebraska. The other one's a hatchery bird. Problem is, I kind of don't remember which one's which. If I had to guess, I'd say the hatchery bird's in the next pen. I think I toe punched them. I honestly didn't look when I threw them in here. But as long as I get my paperwork all figured out when I split the pens up, because I got to leg band a lot of these, that's all that matters. Same scenario here. Another white crested black female from out east, and a white crested black cockerel. And then we got two pairs of the roundhead cross games. They're brother-sister pairs. We're going to see what good and bad comes out of them. A lot of folks, they shy away from breeding brother-sister, but what happens when you do that is you're going to get a real sense of what genes are hiding in your brood pens, because the bad genes are going to line up in a real noticeable way, and the good genes are going to line up in a real noticeable way. Same thing, roundhead cross, brother-sister pair. Next we got the A-seals. I'm pairing them up exactly the same as I did last year. I didn't really get anything off them last year, and if that doesn't change this year, then they're going to go to a buddy of mine who will have better luck with them. So that's the original hen and one of her sons. And this pair of A-seals here is the original male bred to one of the daughters. This last pen is the muffs. And it's the original muff hen bred to a half Whitehackle son of hers, which I bred him last year, just not to her. I bred his clean-faced brother instead. And I was actually going to wait on breeding these this year, but my buddy that gave me the hen asked if I could hook him up with some eggs this year out of her. So that's why they're paired up. I really like how he turned out. There's one other brood pen that's clear across the yard. And what that pen is that's going to be our meat bird pen. So everything out of that we're going to basically eat, and you know, we're going to hold back the heaviest bodied females out of it and breed back to our fibromelanistic naked neck male that's in there now. I do have one other pen that's set up here right now, but they're being held for a friend of mine. I picked them up for him, and basically while they're here I'll hatch the eggs, but I have no intention of continuing with that breed. So I'll show you them here real quick. Tell you what, it might not look like it, but it is just a tad chilly out this morning. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and a light coat. I think we're only supposed to be in the 50s all week. But here's our meat bird pen. So what we got going here, we've got I believe it's 3rd generation fibro naked neck male. He's got Somali blood in him, and we're breeding him over buff Chanticleers that are hatchery stock. So we'll see what that produces. Will be a real fun one to see how the fibromelanistic trait carries over on a buff bird. Over here are the ones I'm holding for my friend. These are large fowl black leghorns. I actually kind of like them, but they're going to somebody who's going to do more with them than I ever could, so. Plus, I don't know. I think I'd like them until winter came and I'd have frostbitten combs and stuff, because you can't dub these and the hens get big old combs on them too. And I mean, you could dub them, you just wouldn't be able to show them, I guess. But that's what's going on there. And that is pretty much what we're getting eggs out of for the year. Hopefully I can get the first batch of eggs in the incubator today, because I'm trying to get the humidity levels correct in the incubator, and it's running real high. So I got to get that straightened out. But other than that, what's on the agenda for today is to clean the yard before this grass gets too tall. And that's basically it. So thanks for watching. Everybody have a good day.